Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Little bit of a story time today. 2 or 3 years ago, I made a video basically saying that you should be really careful to not allow people online, YouTubers, like myself, like anybody else, to influence in any negative way what you like, right? Like, that's why I say at the end of my videos, enjoy your collection. Enjoy what you enjoy, but I don't let those people influence whether or not I like certain things, right? I may watch their videos for certain opinions and things like that, but if I like something, whatever it is, whether you like it or not, or other people like it or not, if it brings me a little bit of joy, puts a smile on my face when I walk into my collection room, fucking awesome, and you should be the same way. And I used in this video the example of G.I. Joe versus Valorverse, and I was talking about a bunch of stuff in that video about quote unquote shills, which basically all a shill is, if you really want to know, it's just somebody who's getting something for promoting a particular product. That's it. Maybe they're getting money, maybe they're getting free stuff, maybe what they're getting is just access, right? Like they can talk to people, do interviews, things like that, whatever it is. And in that video where I was talking about, hey, enjoy what you enjoy and just understand that a lot of people online have a bias because they may be getting something for their opinion, I used the example of a YouTuber that had hated on a product and then went later on, I guess, at some point, did or was seen at a toy show doing stuff with the guy who ran the company of that product. And I use that as an example to say, hey, here's a guy that hated something, and then all of a sudden he started liking it. Was he getting anything? Who knows? Who gives a shit? The point is, don't let people's opinions online spoil your enjoyment. Yeah, maybe they're getting paid for their opinion. Honestly, who cares, dude? I'm old enough to remember, magazines where everything in a magazine is a paid for opinion. You like reading car magazines? Guess what? Car companies paid for all the articles in that. Does that keep you from reading the car magazines to want to know about the cars? No. Do you really care that the magazine was getting paid to put that article in there? No. But you understand that, and you don't let it influence your opinion beyond reason. And that's kind of the same thing with YouTube, right? Some people are quote unquote shills. I know that word has become a bad word, but honestly, it just means somebody who's in a business arrangement of some kind with a company or a product or whatever. And so they put out, positive news on said thing. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay. It's how the world works. Capitalism, baby. It's great. Okay. But anyway, I did this video like 2-3 years ago, whatever it was. A particular YouTuber got really, really butthurt because they thought I was talking about them. That YouTuber was Articulated Ninja. He came onto that video, and it's one of the handful of videos on my channel, my little teeny tiny nobody YouTube channel, that actually got a lot of views and a lot of attention. And he thought I was talking about him. And so he came on and just started leaving shitty comments all in that video. Now, Articulated Ninja, I had watched some of his stuff. I think I was subscribed to him. He wasn't like my favorite YouTuber or anything, but I would watch his stuff. He had good video editing and video quality and stuff like that. Not particularly hot on his opinions. He seems just, in my opinion, way too obsessed with female action figures, like to a perverted level. It's a little weird, but good videos. I enjoyed watching them. Anyway, he came on the video, leaving a bunch of shitty comments. He must have left about 20 comments, and most of his comments were responding to other people who had already left comments. And so in his defense, when I saw his comments and they were a little shitty and defensive, I didn't go to him and say, oh, hey man, I wasn't talking about you. I didn't know you had done the same thing. And by the way, I wasn't knocking it. I'm just trying to get people to enjoy their collection. I could have done that, or I should have done that, or whatever, but I didn't. And I just kind of got shitty with him, to be honest. I was like, well, I wasn't talking about you, but if the shoe fits, I guess you're a fucking shill. And that was just my response. Maybe I shouldn't have responded that way in the comments, but I did because he was being shitty already. So it is what it is. Stupid fucking YouTube drama. Who gives a fuck, right? So that went back and forth, and then he started saying shit on social media about how people shouldn't talk about other people unless they're going to say their names, and if they don't say their names, they're a pussy, which would have been fine except for the fact that I wasn't even talking about him, but whatever. And then like 3 days after that video came out, he made a video basically saying the same thing, which was, if you're not going to say people's names, you're a pussy. And then he didn't say my name in the video of who he was talking about. So it was like, well, now you're doing it, dude. Anyway, a lot of bullshit, stupid drama because he got butthurt over something that had nothing to do with it. So he goes and tells his friends in the YouTube community, of which he has many. That's awesome. He's a successful channel, and I think his video quality is great, and he should be a successful channel. One of his friends is LaserPants from 3POA Podcast. I used to watch LaserPants and 3POA all the time, much more than I ever watched Articulated Ninja, and I was on their Facebook page and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm going through Facebook a couple of days after this stuff had happened, and there's LaserPants talking shit about me. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I wasn't even talking about Articulated Ninja, and he wouldn't let me respond. And in fact, he banned me from his Facebook page. And then after that, because I do a show, because we've been doing it for a while now, a show with Collector Express, Jared also got banned. Jared of Collector Express also got banned from the 3POA and LaserPants Facebook page and everything, just like I did. Even though Jared had nothing to do with the video I made or my opinions or anything. It had nothing to do with him at all. He also got banned and was unable to comment or say anything because they were also talking shit about him because they knew we did a YouTube podcast together. So all that happened, long explanation. A friend of mine, not Jared, somebody else, sent me a message and sent me a couple of videos that 3POA had recently done. So apparently, I guess a week or so ago or whatever, I don't know, I didn't watch it. They did an entire live chat calling out all the shills. By the way, can we just say, it's getting a little ridiculous. We're grown men who collect tiny plastic action figures. Do we have to act any more childish than we clearly already are? But apparently we do. So they make this video. I didn't watch it. I don't care. It was, I don't know, however long one of their podcasts are. They called out a bunch of people. The video I did watch was, I guess, like a 15 to 18 minute clip of the next podcast they did, where it's LaserPants and 5 other guys who I don't know, who weren't a part of the 3POA podcast back when I used to watch, so I don't know who they are, but it's the 6 of them sitting there bitching and complaining that because they called out people for being shills, that they like lost an interview with Ryan Ting, and some of their subscribers and some of their friends got banned from these channels that they called out, that people who had watched and commented in that video, the calling out the shills video, got banned from other channels, and they were essentially bitching and crying for like 15 minutes that because they called out people for being shills, that people responded poorly to it and banned a bunch of people, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Because on a much smaller scale, it is the exact same thing that happened to me and Collector Express, and it was fucking hypocritical ass LaserPants that was the one that fucking did it on his Facebook page by banning us because he thought, or I should say Articulated Ninja thought, that I was talking about him in a video, so he cried to his friend LaserPants, who banned me and Collector Express for the same fucking thing. It's goddamn hilarious and supremely childish and hypocritical because that's what they did to us. It's fucking amazing. The level of maturity for some of the people in the goddamn toy community is insane. You are grown-ass men fucking collecting actions, okay? Isn't that bad enough? Like, I do it, and I know it's fucking childish, but I don't give a shit. It's reliving my childhood. It's nostalgia, but let's keep it to that level. Now we're crying about this shit when you have literally done the same fucking thing? Oh my God. Hypocritical, moronic levels of childish fucking behavior by LaserPants and 3POA. They literally did the same fucking thing to me and Collector Express. And now, on a much bigger level, granted, it's happening to them. And they're gonna fucking cry about it. Oh, it's not fair. It's stupid. Why would they care that we called them Shills? Well, I don't know. How about the fact that I didn't even fucking call Articulated Ninja a shill, but because he got butthurt, and I guess it hit a little too close to home, he fucking acted that way. And then, without you, LaserPants, having any fucking thing to even do with it, you fucking started banning people on behalf of little fucking plastic pervert Articulated Ninja. Yeah. It's fucking retarded, isn't it, LaserPants? It's fucking stupid, isn't it, LaserPants? It's fucking childish, isn't it, LaserPants? Yeah, it fucking is. God damn. Anyway, just thought I'd have a little fun, make this video. Take it easy, guys. Have a great fucking day and enjoy your collection.